you for tuning in today to WC McClinton Christian News Station, directed on Comcast. We want to just first give a shout out to all those that are watching and viewing today, because there's so many names we can go on and, but we only got a few minutes. But we give a shout out to everybody, and we love you. Coming from 37th Street Baptist Church, which is Bishop McClinton is the senior pastor there, and First Lady Doris. We want to just thank you for viewing today again on WC McClinton Christian News. I got a lot, and I have a really exciting guest, so I'm trying to just stumble over some stuff. So you already know we're going to keep it real. So on our panel today, so we have a special guest, one of my co-workers. It's kind of, people want to always know about your life and how you're doing. If you got, 4 faces, 3, a lot of faces. Yeah, because some place we go, we're a different face. We're different when we go there. And when we go to the church on Sunday, we're different on Sunday. That's another face. Yeah. Well, then you got another face at work. That's another face.
Yeah.
You got a lot of faces.
A lot.
Yeah, 2 faces. You remember that saying? They say, you must
two
faces.
Mm-hmm.
Pastor Jay got 1 face. And so our guest on the show is a very good friend of mine. We have become friends on the job, and God is, and it seems like when I speak to her, she listens. Because I don't want to waste nobody's time. If I got time to talk to you, if you ain't got time to talk to me, I don't want to waste your time. And you are not going to waste my time, because time is valuable. Because Christ is coming soon. But the devil is busy.
Real busy.
So let's get the show started. Again, we welcome you to the WC McClinton Christian News Station, where all news is not bad news. But when you're talking to Christ, it's good news. So we want to welcome our guests. And again, you already know what I'm finna say. I do not announce nobody's name on the show, because I'm going to mess it up. And if they're over the age of 10, they introduce themselves. So we want to introduce you and thank you for coming today to this show. Can you give your name to our special viewers on today?
Hello, everyone. My name is Danisha. It's an honor and a pleasure to be here.
Yeah, it's good to see you. Wow.
Thank you.
So we're just going to run over a couple of things concerning you, because we're going to have our own thing going on the show. I know today is going to be an introduction of what we're going to do on the WC McClinton Christian News. Do you want to start it off on how you feel the creation is going to go, or you want me to start it off and you just go on through it?
You can start it off.
Okay, I can start off. Okay, so we was on a job one day, and I was talking to Danisha, and I was saying, I have a Christian news station that my uncle is the CEO of, and I want to invite you to come out and just come out and see. And so, time went by. And so what happened is, I'm rushed because we only got 28 minutes. You got to understand. So I'm trying to get it all out there to you. But this is not going to be the last time you see our special guest today. But what we're going to do is a thing called the turntable. A lot of the original people, they said the turntable. That sounds like music. And if you know Laurence J, and if you don't know that I am music. My ministry started off in music, gospel music, and the choir director. My directing is my passion. I love the director choir, where I can say, "All right, altos, bring that thing in. All right, tenors, wind that thing in. Sopranos, here we go. Everybody together, the band, everybody." I just like to just put music together. So Danisha's going to be a part of that program on the WC McClinton Christian News, where we're going to come in and we're going to select songs, and we're going to play those songs, and we're going to have a discussion. We're going to eat a little pizza, have some chicken wings, and we're going to let the music play, and we're going to talk about the music. And then that's the name of the show is going to be Let It Turn. Let it turn. Let it turn. Because music is very important.
Yeah.
What do you think about music? When you see music, what do you think about?
It definitely speaks to you. I do believe the type of music you listen to definitely affects you. It puts you in a different mind frame. It with your feelings.
Right.
If you are in a bad mood and you listen to the wrong type of music, it gets you in a badder mood. It makes your thoughts more evil.
Right.
more unpure, and
Right.
yeah, it's
Wow.
definitely music definitely plays a part.
Music plays a part.
It plays a part. Yes.
You know, we want to name this show "Music Plays a Part." Okay, I done gave you 3 titles for this show, but
We're gonna narrow it down.
and you're helping us. So if you have any suggestions concerning the music, you want to hear a song, send the music in to us. I believe my information is going to be online or some way typed in on the show for today. And if you have a song that you feel that needs to be discussed, we can also bring that to the show, and we can play it, and we can discuss that music, and you can give your thoughts and your views on that song, and then we'll just bring it in, and then we'll have a call in. We're gonna have a little mix together in between eating the chicken and the pizza. We're gonna make sure it goes down right. And so music, there was a chief musician in heaven. Music has always been music. You know that, right?
Yes.
What do you think about the chief musician of music? Do you know who that was?
I do not.
He was Satan.
Really?
Woo, y'all know and the music, like he was saying, how the music influenced you, how the music moves you, how the music plays a role. If you feel like doing a certain thing, you play certain. You know, if I take my wife out to dinner, I want to hear some soft dinner, married music. You know, I don't hear nobody rapping in the background, cussing my wife out while we're sitting at the table. I don't want to hear nothing
that
about
definitely
a
kill the mood.
going on, and
no.
then mama in there trying to just enjoy herself. Or I wouldn't even want to go to a church and they got music playing that's of the world. So, you know, just mixing music. And like you really, really did a good job on describing how music plays a part in everything. And Satan was the chief musician. Yeah. The Bible said when he walked, all you heard was music.
Really?
Yes, his lungs and his pipes was like pipe organs. Speaking of organ, because he was the organ in church. Now, as you know, when you go to a church and there's just a piano player, there's a different kind of sound going on.
Yeah.
You know, we're going to jam. If we just got clapping hands and feet stomping, we're going to praise the Lord in the church out. But if you got an organ, just imagine how that would sound in a church.
Yeah, you don't see them too often. I know when I was a kid, it was an organ in the church.
Right. With the speaker on the side. And can you name some of the songs that you heard that organ play?
Oh. I know they played I Love the Lord.
Oh, yeah.
I remember that one. What's another one? I don't remember the name of it, but it was, how'd it go? Something about putting on my armor for the Lord.
Oh, I'm a soldier in
the
army of the Lord.
Yes.
On the organ and with the ushers marching. Yeah, that's the jam. Have you heard Amazing Grace played on the organ?
Yes, I have.
So all these songs played on the organ, considering playing on just a piano, or you got a kid in there, you know.
It's different. It is definitely different.
The church ain't got a musician yet, so the baby's playing the drums right now. Till we, you know, to God bless us with a piano player and a guitar player. You know, all stages of music. So every instrument has its own style. From the drummer, tambourine. I've been to churches and we didn't have nobody but hand clapping and tambourine in the church because musicians are expensive now. Yeah. I remember they used to play I remember they used to just play for praise. You know, just the church, because I had a community choir one time and I blessed them. You know, you drove over here. I know it's going to cost you, and you know, I gave you gas money, or you know, or here's a blessing. You know, they didn't come out. Now they come out and say, hey, if you don't give me $500,
everybody got a price now.
You know, it's a little different now. You know, or some musician, they would come, they would just play, and you had to pay them nothing because God took care of them. You know, they got a job or something. You know, I don't ask somebody for a dime. I don't ask them for nothing. God give me strength to go to work and take care of my needs. And God supplies all my needs because I go to work.
Yes.
But some folks, they don't look at it like that.
No.
So that's how Satan was in heaven. So he's like, I'm the man. I'm running this. They can't sing unless I make them sing. Ain't no music in here if I ain't playing the music. Whatever vibe we're going to have today, I'm going to set that tone. That's how Satan was in heaven. So God is like, wait a minute, what did he say? Pretty much, what are you talking about?
Who do you think you are?
Yeah. Who? What is he? He's a chief musician. Oh, okay. But I'm the creator of that chief musician. See, there's a pecking order in everything. When we go to our job, we have supervisors, we have CEOs, we have the managers. Mm-hmm. We're not in those positions. We're in there to do our job. We sign it to say we'll do this work and we'll do this work at this time. We'll come in. Okay, at this time, I'm going home.
Exactly.
Right?
Yes.
Well, the chief musician, he's sitting there like, no, I'm running this. So God got a note and he said, what? I give him breath. I tell him I created him. We'll just start there. Just like when he created the earth, he turned everything that was nothing into something. So the chief musician was no different. He made nothing into something. So he wanted to take over heaven, this chief musician, because of music. Music rules the world. Have you been to a wedding and heard a song, and now every time you hear that song, you think of that? Yeah. Have you ever been in the car with mom and dad and the song came on in the 70s and the 80s or the 90s? I don't know what stage you was in.
They jamming to it. I'm like, oh, this old people music.
Yeah, this old folks music.
What they talking about?
And then now that you done got older, you hear that song and it take you back.
Memories,
When you was sitting in the back seat of the Pinto. Y'all didn't have Pintos.
No, that was before my.
That was before the Pintos. Yeah. Oh,
they had the station wagons.
The station wagon. Did it have the wood on the side of it?
And then the kids be in the back.
Looking in the back mirror, going backwards. Yeah. Oh, girl! I don't even want to ask you your age. You don't ask people their ages, but you know what I'm talking about. So when the chief musician decided he wanted to take over God's position of making decisions, he was cast out. And when he was cast out, the Bible describes that he was cast out on this earth. So now, because of so many things that's going on this earth, the music is making a big influence on a lot of things that's on this earth. Just like we described before we got to this point, that the music has changed the game. Can you describe some of the music? And I'll start you off with country and western, country music. You got one?
Country music? I don't.
Do you have a style of music? I say country. Okay, what about R&B?
R&B. I listen to R&B and rap and gospel.
Gospel. Jazz, punk music.
Oh yeah, the rock music.
Funk music was when I was. You don't listen. You don't
know
about that.
That was before me.
What was it? There's so many styles of music.
Yeah, and they got the alternative music. They call it alternative music.
Alternative music. Did I say R&B? Okay.
And then they got other little styles, because when you go to R&B, they also have like the neo soul.
Neo soul, that's one. Classical music.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's labels. There's so many styles of music. Everybody don't listen to the same style.
No. That's just like opera.
Opera, that's another one. Opera. Yeah, you know another one?
There's so many different kinds, and did you say jazz already?
Jazz. There's some contemporary gospel music.
Yeah.
because you know they got gospel music, then they got gospel classic music.
Yeah, because each group breaks down to something else.
Right.
They got something different with it.
Right. Wow.
There's so many different styles, and just now they, and then they join them together. They'll join them together. You get the R&B for the gospel. You got the rock with the gospel.
Yeah,
I've heard the country with the gospel. Yeah.
Woo. See what I mean? And the musician was over all this. He ran all this. There's nothing new under the sun. There's nothing new. Yeah, we may give it a title, but overall it's still music.
Yeah.
Just being in control and power over all those genders of music, being the chief musician over all that.
Yeah,
you the boss of that.
It went to their head, definitely.
Went to his head. His head was too big to even get through heaven's door. And in heaven, there's no doors. But his head got too big to go through the door. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's bigger than God now. Yeah, he's telling God what to do. When God got fed up with his mess, he kicked his little tail out, and then the Bible said a third of the angels followed him. That's a lot. The angels not even numbered. There's nowhere in the Bible you would find it says there's 144,000 angels in heaven only. You're not gonna find that.
No.
It said a third of the angels was cast out because the number was so huge. When those angels were cast out, because of the decision that the chief musician made, and they decided to follow, those were the devils of the earth now. Those are the spirits that dwell now. So in that, just like we just labeled the sound, the music, now we're finna label the sounds of those spirits. You have the death. You have the destruction angel. You have angels of all types of things that's on this earth that's against the will of God. Because they turned against God.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, they turned. You made a conscious decision
to go with the devil,
to follow the chief musician
instead of stay in heaven. Yeah. And that lets you know that music, it plays a part.
That music plays a part.
God can bless you with so much, and that, like I said, you listen to that wrong music, and you don't see it as a blessing.
Right.
It was mine anyway. I deserved that. Very
true.
You be driving down the car listening to the radio, and you don't even realize that the music you listening to is putting you in a bad mood. You on your way to celebrate, have a good time, and you show up in a bad mood, not realizing them 3 songs you just listened to back to back.
3 songs, turn you around. Wow. That is very true. Because music is a conscience. It's a conscience. And it's also a spirit. Music is a spirit because it makes you feel a certain kind of way.
Yeah.
It puts you in a different kind of mood. It switches mood up on you. Or it make you think about something that, oh, I forgot about that. Yeah. Because of the sound that it has. Now, all the things that are going on in this world today, if you had a message to talk to, because we're all dealing with something. Before we go there, we want to dedicate this show to a loved one that deceased in your family.
To my aunt, Annie Mae Tompkins.
I just heard this news on yesterday when you came to work and told me. Because I know, I see you and me. Because when I was young, I was taking care of my mother's mother. You know what I mean? I moved here from high school and went to college, but I would still drive back to take care of my grandmother. And so I see your movement in me so much because you are a reach to your mom. I'll be hearing you at work saying, I got to go take care of mom this weekend. Oh, I went and cooked some turkey wings for mom. Like, what, girl? What? So every time we have a conversation, I just see. So we want to dedicate this show to. Can you give her full name for us?
Yeah, Annie Mae Tompkins. Yeah, that was her.
How was your relationship with her? And what are some of the things you learned? Because we learn from our elders. We're supposed to.
She was my great aunt, and yeah, I learned how to sew. She taught me how to sew.
Okay.
And I would help her in the garden. She had her garden. I would help her with that. And
wow. What were some of the things you put in the garden?
She had tomatoes. She had the greens. The greens grow so big. Had the greens, and then she had her flowers over on the other side.
Okay.
You know, she had a lemon tree. And then she had her had cucumbers back there.
Okay.
And then she had the her carrots. She loved carrots.
Wow. And that and as you doing that, describing that was the same thing that my grandmother was.
Oh wow.
She taught me how to sew. My wife don't sew because my grandmother taught me how to sew. So we got that in common. I didn't even know this until I just asked you this right now. My grandmother had a garden.
Oh wow.
In her backyard.
Oh wow.
We grew the same things: the cucumbers, the carrots, the tomatoes, the lettuce, of course the greens.
Yeah.
Of course that. And I didn't know that until just now when I asked you that. So as you saying that, that's why I paused to that. Because before I even said that, I said, you remind me so much of how you take care of your elders, and I did the same for my elders. I took care of my elders.
Yeah, we all need a village. We all need a village. Adults, kids, we all need the help at some point. You know?
Right. So if you had a message to give to your generation, what would that message kind of be with the footsteps that you journeyed in your time in your life? What would that message be?
Definitely, you gotta let go. You gotta forgive, not for the other people, but for yourself.
Right.
Because holding on to that anger, it slowly kills you. It messes with your mind. It's hard to move forward and achieve things and to be a better person. You know, be open-minded. Be willing and able to listen to someone that's older than you, that has been through stuff.
Right.
You know, because what we're going through may be new to us, but it's not new to someone else.
No.
You know, just because someone didn't go down the road exactly like you did doesn't mean that their experience and their knowledge can't help you.
Right.
Yeah, we definitely need to, you know, a lot of us are in that, I'm grown.
The grown mode.
It don't matter how grown you are. Still let somebody know, you know, I'm going here real quick because the world is getting crazier and crazier.
Okay.
You know, you don't be too grown that you can't.
Taking off more places and don't make it back.
Don't nobody know where you went. We don't know where to look. And, you know, just walk through life with an open mind and an open heart.
Right.
Know that God is real.
Yes.
God is real, and He is here for you. He loves you, and He hears your prayers. He hears your prayers.
Yeah.
And though you may be going through something that you feel is going to end you, it's happening for a reason.
Right.
And it may not be for you. Maybe it's for your sister, someone close to you.
Wow.
But you can still get a lesson out of it.
Yeah. Wow. That was power right there. I mean, that's coming from a generation of right now. Because you got so many people out there that are dealing with so many different issues. Let it be a love of a lost one or love of anything. I mean, it could be a home. You know, to have a home is very, very important to a lot of people that I passed by on the way here that was homeless. So it could be the loss of anything that changes your character to be one of I just can't make it today. But like she said today, that God is still in control and He's going to watch over and take care of you no matter what. Now that we done discussed that, we want to let the folks know how Pastor J do at work. How do you see me on the job there?
You just have this open, kind spirit. You know, you listen to people. You give great advice. You spread knowledge. You're very open, very kind. You know, you just, people see you and get excited.
Oh.
You know, if you ain't at that meal, where Pastor Laurence at? Where OG Laurence at? Where he at? He ain't coming back. And then, okay, you know. And you see him come up and greet you. We each take our turn.
Yeah,
come up and embrace you. Hey, how you doing? Yeah, you are a light. You are a light. Yeah. You definitely touch people at work too. Yes.
What have my life done for your life? How a way that I help you? Because we talked about two faces. We gotta let people know that my face don't change. My attitude don't change. I'm who I am at home, at work, at church. How's my life influenced yours? We only have a couple more minutes to go.
Just meeting. I haven't been to church over 10 years. I went that Sunday because of you. You know, I do feel like maybe I think things through a little more. You know. You know,
I see that.
Kind of just like, you know, I don't want to come and tell them something and you get disappointed in me. You know. Yeah. So I'm like, okay, what Pastor Laurence think? You know, let me just calm down and
see.
Yeah. You know.
Instead of jumping right on in there.
Yeah, because you're definitely a part of the family. You know, you're like an uncle now.
Yeah.
You know, you're just like I don't want to do nothing to disappoint you.
Okay.
You know.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Well, I just love you, and we are still connected forever. And now that you have viewed today on WC McClinton Christian News Station today, where all news is not bad news. Somebody is still in the trenches working for the Lord. And me and my little sister Danisha, we gonna turn it. What did we say the name gonna be for our show?
Well, you said the music keep playing, and you said turntable.
Yeah. So we're gonna decide, and we're gonna need your help on deciding what our title is gonna be for our show. We're gonna do at least every 4 months, or whenever God gives us time to do it. We're gonna bring a song on the show, because music do play a role in our life and also in your life. We want to thank you again, our special guest on today, and God is going to make it work. Can you give a shout out to someone on today?
To my mom.
Oh, to mom. What's mama's name?
Donna.
And
I love you.
And we love you. God bless you, but God keep you. Thank you for viewing Bishop W.C. McClinton Christian News today, which is our CEO, Bishop, Pastor, Dr. W.C. McClinton. We love you. And our First Lady, Sister McClinton, Doris McClinton. We love you. And for the 37th Street family, may God bless you. May God keep you. Thank you for viewing. This is Pastor Laurence J.
And Danisha.
God bless you.